Hello guys, welcome back to another video on this channel. So here you see, if you guys don't know what it means, Norwegians can read, so it says Iraqi, 44 years old, has been accused or arrested for 67 robberies. 67, Anyways, he stole chicken wraps, cigarettes, perfumes, in total worth over 400,000 krones. That's about $40,000. And he has just been like stealing small stuff, being released, and just doing it over and over again. And I think like the police in Norway, like I wouldn't say the police is bad. Just the government has not funded the police well enough, and criminals, they just walk free after doing crime, So yeah, the politicians have fucked Norway extremely bad. It's like if Norway was a 10 out of 10 cute fanboy, and that's like the country Norway, and you see the government being then 100 desperate black dudes, right, banging on that boy. And just think that, just imagine that in your head, and then just think about the political situation in Norway, where the politicians have done a situation and fucked the country so hard. It's been so fucked. It's a million times worse than the situation I just described. And I know it may be weird for you to see that, but that's the current political situation we see here in Norway. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm just eating something. Anyways, we can go i-nyheter. I don't really use VG because they just report about Bonnie Blue and it's pretty just bad news. So here's a lot of things. So I say about global news. I'm not going there, but it was something about Norwegian news. Så barnevernet hentet 13-åring etter håndgranatepisoden i Oslo. What it means is that Child Protection Services got a 13-year-old from custody after he blew up some grenades. And also, at least nobody died, but it was some kids that threw grenades, having connections to the post truck. And since the left-wing government won, we just see an extremely increasing crime, because they know since FrP and the Progress Party did not win, we will have no fight on crime, and we will just continue seeing all this very bad crime here. So it's pretty actually quite bad here. So when we got kids blowing up grenades, it's bad. And this is Sweden as well, fast track attack, assassination attack. I mean, look, just like a few years ago, like in the early 2000s, early 90s, we did see some immigration, but it wasn't really that much. And even before that, I mean, crime has never been like this. We obviously do understand that this is a issue based on immigrants, predominantly from Muslim nations, because they take up a fraction of the population but commit most of the crimes. And you see then, let's say, innvandring, Norge, SSB, right? So if we go in here, most immigrants are foreign born, but they do have some children. About 20% of the Norwegian population is of immigrants. Sorry about that. Right. So here we see that it's about 965,000 people that is foreign born, and about 200,000 people that have one or two immigrant parents and then has been born in Norway. People that have lived here through like 4 or 5 generations are not counted as immigrants, but then we're just talking about a very small number of Norwegians. than being like third, fourth, because most immigrants have arrived in the last 20 years. So yeah, and we do see that most of if you go here, now you can see like these areas here are kind of have low immigration numbers. Wait, yeah, but and also you see that here like 40% of people here are like 39.1. That's pretty much 42 in here, and then you see that like the areas with most crime is here. So it's you know, and here we see like where does the immigrants come from. You have the Nordics. We have a lot of immigrants from Sweden. About 69,000 immigrants from Sweden. We have 92,000 other European that which is within the European Union. And then you have other EU nations that came after 2004, like Poland. So this is like UK, France, Spain. This is like Poland mostly, Romania, such. So this is like Russia, Ukraine, yeah, and Belarus, Serbia. This is like European nations that's not Britain or within the European Union. So that's like Russia, Balkans, that. Then we have 110,000 from Africa and about 200,000 from Asia. So we do see that non-Western immigrants are about 10% of the population if we were to like include the children. But then let's say you were to look at the Muslim populations, because I don't think East Asian people from like Myanmar or like China are committing the crime. People from China are not committing any form of crime. So we do see that that is mostly Muslim immigrants, right? So we say it's mostly Polish people, right? And yeah, so we do see that people from Somalia, they just take a fraction of the population, but they just commit so much damn crime. It's crazy.